Not gonna lie, I am having a hard time today. Whatever that thing is that so many people seem to have that makes them care more about people that look like them. I guess I was born without it. And like everybody's kind of doing it. And it's like hearing black people be like, oh, well, I don't care. Like, why should we care about these people? They're not our people. And people in one place or the other being like, well, what's happened to our people is the worst. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like even the whole thing about how many children have been extinguished in this like I don't care that it's children. I care that it's people. Like what has been done to our brains? There are so many different levels and layers of propaganda of the way that this society, Western society in general, has gotten into us, and it's like attacking us all from different angles. And like every time you consider somebody else's struggles that lives on the same planet as you to be less important, you are fucking your own soul up. And people are doing it gleefully, even proudly. Like, well, I have to stand up for my people in this. And like, that's fucked up. And I'm sick of not saying it. It's fucked up. There is nothing more that the overculture wants than for us to view each other as intrinsically, inherently different because of where we were born, to whom we were born, etc., etc. That's what they want. And I'm seeing at this moment how tragedies are being not only played against each other, but made in some people's minds to be somehow even or equal. And that's not true either. Like, I don't even like talking about myself because nothing I talk about here is about me, right? But like the fact that people are either calling me anti-Semitic or saying that like I am not fighting hard enough for like the people of Gaza, like I'm like, are you new here? Do you know who you're talking to? There is no difference in my mind between Free Palestine and fuck anti-Semitism. They are the same fight. And I have shown why. Because there are people who want the extinction of everybody in that region, and they are working hard on it, and they're getting their fucking wish. I see a rise of anti Semitism, and it affects people that I care about deeply, very much. And I also see that there is literally the end of an entire people happening in front of us. And these two things can both be held at the same time as important, but also that one of the issues is a little bit more pertinent and pressing, and also that they're all connected and that we all should be in this together, but we're not. But we're not. Because some people are more focused on how it relates to them directly and to air quotes their people, and I will never understand it. I just won't. And I categorically think that people should reject it because these lines are not helpful to us. They're like borders. They're like borders that are drawn within our hearts. So they don't need to police the borders because we're policing the borders in ourselves for them. My goal, my messaging, my writing, everything I do is always and has always been about making it so that people can be free, safe, and happy where they are, right? And unfortunately, in some cases, for that to happen, wrongs have to be corrected. And there is a priority of urgency. And I feel like it is not wrong, it's not callous to ask everyone to be pulling in the same direction right now because of what is most urgent that needs to be done right now in this moment. And regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you have been educated, regardless of any of that, if you can't see that, something has been done to you that you need to do some deep internal work on right now. If that sounds challenging, it's because it is. I am literally and directly challenging what to some of you may be something foundational. I'm asking that same thing of myself, right? I am asking that of everyone right now because everything we've been told, we have all been propagandized in one way or the other, usually against our own interests. Some of us more than others, some of us less, some of us in a whole bunch of different ways that are conflicting. The work now is to have a future for humankind. And underpinning all of that is erasing all of the lines that have been drawn for us and redrawing them ourselves for the world of the future, not the past. Because the people in the past did what they did so that we could do it better. I'm not going to let anyone tell me that I shouldn't care about atrocities that are happening to people, regardless of who they're happening to.